The Seediq are a Taiwanese aboriginal people who live primarily in Nantou County and Hualien County. The language is also known as Seediq. They were officially recognized as Taiwan's 14th indigenous group on the 23rd of April 2008. Previously, the Seediq, along with the closely related Truku people, were classified as Atayal. Background: the Seediq are recognized as Taiwan's 14th indigenous group. They were officially recognized on the 23rd of April 2008. Though recognized relatively late, there are records of the Seediq from the Qing dynasty. During the Japanese rule of Taiwan, anthropologists found that the Seediq and Atayal people share cultural similarities, in particular, the importance of face tattoos and the chakao tradition of head hunting. The more heads collected, the more prestige in the tribe. The Seediq are also closely related to the Truku people. Both tribes have the same origin and culture, but separated early on due to migration. During the Japanese rule of Taiwan, the anthropologist Kanori Inou recognized all the indigenous tribes around Puli as Atayal people, including the Seediq. This is because he was unable to visit all the tribes in Puli mountain area and was not able to observe the differences between the Atayal and Seediq, even though Seediq people were not initially recognized. Later anthropologists believe that the Seediq are different enough from the Atayal people to be classified as a separate indigenous group. Seediq people were made up of three groups: the Tg-Da, Toda, and Truku. The Truku in eastern Taiwan, who split from the Seediq, called themselves Truku people. During the Wush incident, Seediq-They under Mona Rudao revolted against the Japanese while the Truku and Toda did not. The rivalry between the Seediq-They against the Toda and Truku was aggravated by the Wush incident, since the Japanese had long played them off against each other. Tki land was given to the Truku and Toda by the Japanese after the incident. Major events: Wush events. Starting from 1897, the Japanese began a road-building program that brought them into the indigenous people's territory. This was seen as invasive. Contacts and conflicts escalated and some indigenous people were killed. In 1901, in a battle with the Japanese, indigenous people defeated 670 Japanese soldiers. As a result of this, in 1902, the Japanese isolated Wush. Between 1914 and 1917, Japanese forces carried out an aggressive pacification program, killing many resisting people. At this time, the leader of Mona Rudao tried to resist rule by Japan, but he failed twice because his plans were divulged. At his third attempt, he organized 7 out of 12 groups to fight against the Japanese forces. Xinjiang events, when Japanese soldiers raped some indigenous women, 2 leaders and 20 men killed 13 Japanese soldiers. Truku War. The Japanese wanted to take over the Truku group. After 8 years of investing the area, they attacked. 2,000 of the indigenous people resisted. The Japanese used 200 machine guns and 10,000 soldiers against the aboriginals, but grievous wounds were inflicted upon the Japanese Governor-General Sakuma Samata during the war and caused his eventual death. After taking over the plain, Japanese gained control of Wush. Some of the Tg-They people who resisted the Japanese were shot. Because of this, fighting broke out again. In 1903, the Japanese launched a punitive expedition to seek revenge for their earlier loss at Renshiguan. In the media, the Seediq people were featured prominently in the 2011 Taiwanese historical drama Warriors of the Rainbow. Seediq.They, which depicted the 1930 Wuxia incident along with the earlier 1902 and 1903. The Wuxia incident was depicted 3 times in movies, including in 1957 in the film King Shan Baizu. It was also depicted in the 2003 TV drama Dana Sakura WZH. Notable people: E1 Nawi, Deputy Minister of Council of Indigenous Peoples.